Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name's Maya. This is greenARTS, and this is the Completionist series that I'm doing on my channel. This is all about finishing up projects that my students left behind. I could not bring myself to just throw them out, so I went ahead and I'm finishing them, and then they will be available on my Etsy store. And all the money that I do get from them will go towards a scholarship for either my camp or my after-school class. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started. I've been so excited to start this morning. I don't know what it was. I was chomping at the bit to start. So let's do this. There we go. Here's the piece that we just finished last Tuesday, a couple of days ago, and this guy too. And this one we finished last week. This also. A couple of these from the past weeks. We've just been finishing all these great little pieces. And I'm just super excited to continue. Can everyone hear me okay out there? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, we're going to put this stuff aside, and I'm going to pull out what we're going to work on today. Did any of you see my post on Instagram and Facebook and try to guess what we're making? Well, you need not wait any longer. It's going to be SpongeBob. So one of my students left this piece so close to being done, and I thought we have to finish it. So there's a couple of things that I want to do to it just to bump it up a little bit before I put the pieces together. I do believe we're going to be putting the legs on, but for right now, I just want to adjust the face just a little bit. So we're going to put the other pieces aside for a moment, and we're going to look at this face. There's a couple of things that I want to do to make this better. Let's move in a little bit. Yeah, that's good. So his teeny tiny little pupils, I think they need to be bigger. I would like to fill in the mouth, maybe with a black. I'm going to bring in some cheeks. This student marked the fabric with pencil and then did the little stitches for the cheeks. I would like to cover that with a little pink piece of fabric, and then I'm actually going to do some lines on it to do the little blush marks. So, and then the mouth and the teeth. So I want to work on that just a little bit before we put the pieces together. But overall, I think this project is amazing. I'm just going to bump it up a notch like I do. So let me see about getting some of the fabric. Oops. I did not prep my area too well. Hold on one moment. I'm going to get some of my little scrap pieces of fabric. I need a little pink for the cheeks. I need a little black for the mouth and the eye, and I need a little white for the teeth. Okay. I'm also going to bring up a picture real quick to make sure that I get the face right on my little guy here. So let's see. I just want to get a visual. Oh yeah. This is great. And then also I was thinking maybe we want to put like a couple of little circle marks that would make it look a little bit more spongy. So let's go ahead and cut some cheeks out. So the way I will cut these cheeks out is I'm going to cut myself 2 squares, and I'm going to put them on top of each other, and I'll cut them at the same time. I'm just kind of sizing them to his face. So 1 square, 2 squares. A lot of times when I'm cutting out cheeks or eyeballs, we want to make them the same size. So it helps if you stack 2 pieces together. And then you're going to come in and you're just going to cut the corners off while you're turning the piece in your hand, right? I'm not really moving the scissors as much as I'm moving the fabric. Let's see if we can get this to look a little bit more circular. So now we have 2 little cheeks of approximately the same size. Okay, the one on the right's a little bit bigger. Now let's do the mouth. The mouth, oop, got doubled up here. I want to do the mouth. I'm going to cut the width. I'm going to cut a little bit of the dip. The vibe of SpongeBob SquarePants is that he is always overly optimistic and happy about everything. So we want to make sure that this smile is very big. We're going to slide the little cheeks over that because his cheeks are very pronounced. And then we want to put in 2 little teeth, which are going to look like 2 little pieces of corn. Wonder how big I should make them. Oops, sorry, I'm cutting off camera. How about? Oh my goodness. Not 1 tooth, but 2. Right next to each other. I'm gonna make this one match the other one a little bit better. Oops. My goodness. Yep, that's pretty much what it looks like. And then also for the pupils, we'll go a little bit darker. I'm gonna cut these pupils out separately because once something is super tiny, like I always say, smaller is not easier. It's just smaller. Okay. Oh yeah. See that? See the difference between that eye and that eye? All of a sudden, he definitely looks more like his character. Let's see if I can get another little pupil out of this piece. Oh, you know, the music's a little bit loud in my ears, which means, ooh, it might be loud for you guys too. I just bumped it down to about half. It was full strength. So let's see. All right. All right, now we're definitely getting that SpongeBob SquarePants vibe. I'll probably fix the teeth just a little bit. We'll fix them more when we put them on. For right now, why don't we put aside his teeth and cheeks, and we're going to go ahead and sew on this mouth. I'm not particularly happy with the shape of my mouth though, so I'm going to redo it. I'm worried that I'm not hiding the mouth that was sewn on there already. So I just want to cut this one. Still a little bit big. I wonder if I should just take these stitches out. And maybe that'll help. Yep, I'll do that. I know I'm making my project longer than shorter, but if I'm going to be working on it, I might as well just bring it to, I don't know, a quality that I enjoy. The student already did some amazing work. I'm just bumping it up a little bit in its style. Let's see here. Get rid of that one. I'm using the back of my needle because the back of the needle won't tear up the thread or the fabric. Where if I use the front of my needle, it would kind of tear at the fabric. And I just want to pull the stitches out without damaging the fabric. Very good. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Very good. I'm going to cut these arms off too because I'm looking at the arms and they're really like noodly. And I think I have a good idea. I think I would like to I want to sew these close like that and put in pipe cleaner. And then he kind of has big hands, so we might end up just doing flat hands, kind of like the flat feet. Oops, the flat feet. We might do just flat hands too. All right, here we go. So now, oops, uh-oh, I'm losing my pupils. Where did the other pupil go? Here it is. Okay, I'm just gonna put those aside for now. Let's put on this smile. I'm gonna pin this in place. And as I sew this, I just want to make sure that I stay within the lines that the student drew on the piece. Let's move this a little bit closer to me so I don't have to reach so far. A little bit out. Oops. Out, not in. Okay. All right. So we'll make our knot. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I'm always a little bit nervous about that since I had issues in the past. I think we're okay. My mic is on. The audio is good. Chat is telling me, so that helps. All right. Let's get this little smile attached. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the running stitch along the top edge of the smile, and then I'll come back along the bottom edge and finish up the smile. Oops. Now that I've got a couple stitches in, I can take out my pin. As long as I'm holding it with my thumb in place, it should be good. I'm going to just go off the smile a little bit just to catch that corner, and we're going to be putting the little cheek part on top of that momentarily. Going ahead, sewing on the bottom. And so a SpongeBob is a sponge, so I was thinking this is a pretty light yellow, so if I came in with a darker yellow, with a couple of circles here and there, we could make him look a little bit more textured, like a sponge, which I think will be cute. So let's get this face dialed in. And then we're going to start doing some spongy texture on his face and maybe even the back of his spongy head. All right. Let's get a tip of the smile down. Flipping it over, finding a stitch nearby to go underneath, creating a loop, going through the loop, and pull. Go underneath that stitch again, create a loop, go through the loop, and pull. Since I have the black thread, why don't we go ahead and we're going to put on the pupils now. Funny thing about pupils, I'm going to show you, if we put the pupils to the outside, it'll make them look like really goofy. And then if we move them to the inside, it can make him look like he's cross-eyed. But we are going to stick the pupils right in the middle of his eye, so it looks like he's looking straight at you with intention, which will be nice. And this won't take many stitches, but the placement is important. We want to make sure that we get the pupil right in the middle. And I will probably just do like a little crisscross stitch. I'll go down. Ooh, there's a lot of layers there. Make sure it's positioned properly. And then I'm gonna cross that stitch. Ooh, I just got myself so good. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this through. And this is why we have Band-Aids. Hold on one moment. It should stop. Oop, hold on. The bleeding will stop momentarily. It just needs a moment for the blood to clot. All right, I think we're good. I heal quickly. Yeah, that was a good stab I just did. All right, oh, I'm still good, I'm still good. All right, so now let's pick this pupil up and make sure it's right in the middle of the eye. I'm going to come up underneath. And we're going to go down. And we're going to cross that stitch. And secure. Use 2 eyes. Doesn't that look great? All right. Let's tie it off on the back. We got a messy back here, but that's okay. All right. Looking good. So the one thing that you will know about our lovely SpongeBob, very optimistic fella. And he has the cutest little eyelashes. So this student did give him some eyelashes, but when I look at the pictures, those eyelashes are a lot more pronounced. So I'm going to bump up the eyelashes, and I do believe that there are 3 eyelashes on each eye. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the blood. All right. Enough. Okay, So here we go. I'm just going to enhance the eyelashes that we have so far. Make them a little bit bigger. Let's see how that works. I'm going to get this one. And one more. 1, 2, 3. A lot of times when you're making small details on your projects, you want to exaggerate them a little bit to kind of highlight them. And so that's what I'm going to do with these eyelashes. Just going to make them a little bit fatter, a little bit more pronounced, a little bit more SpongeBob. So see the difference between the one eye and the other? It's just more pronounced, a little bit happier, a little bit brighter eyed. And this definitely helps sell that very optimistic vibe that SpongeBob has. Look at this. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and sew that up, or I should say, do our knot on the back. There we go. Very good. Oops. So now we can put on our cheeks. Let's see. Get our little cheeky there, and our other little cheeky here. How's that look? That's so sweet. I love it. And notice the tie is only sewn on at the very top, so it's a little bit flappy, which I love. Okay, let's see here. Let's pick out some pink for the cheeks. I have full strength thread here, so I'm going to pull off 2 strands. This pink will be a little bit darker, but it'll just pronounce the cheek more. And there's like an anime style where they just do like 3 little check marks for the blush, and I will sew these cheeks on with the 3 little hash marks, which will kind of sell that blushing cheeks. So covering the thread that's already there and the pencil marks, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do my 3 little hash marks. There's so many ways that you can sew your piece on. You can go around the edge, or you can sew your piece directly on like this with little hash marks, you know, further selling the vibe you want. Let's get another little tiny one. And then he just has 3 little marks on his cheeks. I'm just going to pop over to the other side as opposed to tying it off. When you are jumping from one piece to the other, don't pull too hard, because then your piece will fold in half like that. So you just pull it as much as it needs to be pulled, so that it's not sagging on the back, but that it is there. You don't have to worry about it. If this was a bag and you'd be reaching in, we would have tied off each eye, each cheek as we went along, because we don't want all those threads inside where your fingers might run into when you're reaching into the bag. But since this will be a little plushy, we don't have to worry about what's on the inside, because it's a big old mess. All right, that cheek is sewn on. Let's go ahead and tie off our thread. Oops. Yeah, when you're done with your stitch, always make sure to go to the back, tie off your thread. Don't just cut your thread because it might wiggle out. Oh my goodness. He looks so amazing. And now we've got our little teeth that we got to put in there. Now I think I made the teeth a little bit long. They're a little bit shorter. So let me cut these. Ugh, so tiny. Oh yeah, that's the size that we're looking for. Right there. One tooth and two teeth. All right, let's see. Definitely have to have the little space in between the teeth. That's kind of his trademark, a little gap. All right. Oh, that one tooth is a little bit low, but we'll take care of that when we sew it on. Let's see, I need white. Pulling two off, splitting it slowly so it doesn't get tangled. There. Thank you. And let's go ahead and sew those teeth on. These teeth, I think I will use a tiny needle. And let's see what we can do. This one on the left seems perfect. So let's just go ahead and sew that guy on. His placement is perfect and his size is perfect. Coming up on the bottom part. Small pieces are always a little challenging to sew on because felt are just fibers laid upon each other. They're not woven at all. So sometimes the size of your piece might affect the piece integrity. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see here. Get that other little tooth right there. All right. Gonna hold it on very, very tightly while I sew on the tooth. I don't know why it is that square things are a little bit harder to hold together than the round things, like the round circles. I don't know what it is about the circle that lends itself to stay together easier than these square pieces. But they are not so easy to get on there. But there you go. Okay, I like it. Looking good. What I did notice is the white of his eyes were not sewn on at all. So I think I will just do just a couple of stitches. Will I or will I not? You know what? No, I think I'm gonna leave it be. Because the eyes are attached through the blue and the black, so I'm not worried about them coming off. And I do want to keep some of the integrity of the piece as far as what the student had in mind, because I did change quite a bit on the face, but only to make it more pronounced, look more like SpongeBob with his little silly nose. I definitely got the nose down. Okay, so now that we have the face, I want to see if I have some of that same fabric, the yellow, which I might. Yeah, that looks like the same color. And then I need some pipe cleaners. Hold on one moment. pipe cleaners. So the reason why I wanted to do the pipe cleaners for the limbs was because when I look at the pictures, his SpongeBob SquarePants legs are literally, the legs and the arms are literally like little noodles. So I thought it would be nice to put a little pipe cleaner inside of the arms and the legs. So I break the pipe cleaner in half and I'm going to twist it. That will give me a stronger pipe cleaner, which I like when I put it into my projects. Because this will hold better than this. It's just the way of the world. So I'm going to twist these together. And these will be our arms. And then I'm thinking, what do we want to do for the hands? The hands are a little bit of a tricky thing. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can just cut out hands. Just, let's see. Just like a thumb and then 3 fingers. I think that's how a cartoon hand goes. But I don't know if I can fit all 3 fingers. We'll see. I'm doing both of the hands at the same time because that'll be easier. And I get 2 fingers there. And then just rounding off my fingertips. It's a hand. Let's see. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so we have our pieces, we have our hands, we need our arms. I'm trying to think how much fabric will we need to cover this. It's almost that thick. Okay. I think I'm going to cut these, but just a little bit more narrow. Probably about here. So we're going to wrap those pieces up. Let's see if I can get 2 more out of that. And those will be the legs. Oops. One more piece. So the reason why I am actually making these pieces instead of it just being a flat piece is because this is just not that strong. So I don't want the legs and the arms to be just flat pieces of fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them like that. And we're going to basically sew our hand in like that. Okay? So let's do this. Let's just, let's see, let's attach it in here first, and then we're going to sew it on. Thread right here. Ooh, we have gardeners outside. I hope you don't hear them. They're not my gardeners. Okay. There we go. How's everybody out there today? Hopefully you are enjoying the week. with Friday coming up, you enjoy the weekend. All right. So I'm looking at my hands and I don't love them. So I'm going to redo them. You know, it's my prerogative to redo them. So let's just see if we can find a better piece. I kind of need the hands to be just a little bit more expressive. That's just me. So I want the fingers to kind of be spread out a little bit more. So let's see if I can do that. Just snip them off the corners of the fingers. And then from here. Let's see how those hands look. I think I like these hands better. So I'm just going to put those aside for now. Okay. Let's get all our pieces together. So we're going to put the seam on the bottom half so you don't see it so well. So I'm going to start by sewing the hand onto the arm. I'm going to kind of do like a whip stitch. I'll show you once I'm finished. So there we go. Can you see those stitches? Maybe not because of the lightness, but they're right there. They've attached the hand on here very well. I am now going to grab my pipe cleaner. I'm going to fold the fabric down around my pipe cleaner. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on the other side of the hand. I'm going to just go back and forth and sew my hand on with the whip stitch. Oop. All right. And now I'm just going to squeeze this while we do the whip stitch all along the bottom of this arm. So just making sure we're holding the fabric around the pipe cleaner as best we can. The stitches aren't huge. We don't want them to be big, but just by default, because of the pipe cleaner, we have a little padding in the arm. And what's going to be great is you will be able to position this arm now because of the pipe cleaners. In fact, at the beginning, I used to make dolls with no pipe cleaners in them. And, you know, kids were used to dolls like Barbie, dolls that you could position. So I thought, why not stick some pipe cleaners in our dolls and then we can position them, which I think is fun. So I'm not sure how long these arms will be. I'm kind of looking at the picture, and I think we probably, it won't be any longer than what you see right here. I think if anything, we'll probably make them slightly shorter. And as I'm looking at the picture, I see that SpongeBob also has like a little bit of a white sleeve. A little white sleeve coming off of his arms. Off the top of his arms. And they come out about here. And then there's a little bit of white. Let's see. Ooh, that white and this white do not match very well. Let's see. No. Interesting, right? This white is like a little bit of a brown, and this white is so bright. I don't know what to do about that. Trying to see if we have some not so bright white, but all of our white is bright. Okay. Was this our other new hand? Yes. Okay, well, let's not get distracted. Let's go ahead and finish up these hands. So, I do believe the thumb is going to be up, so we want the seam to be on the bottom. All right. So, did I tie this off? I think I did. Okay. Nip that off. And we're going to start on the other one. It's quiet out there today. I hope you guys are having a good week. Yep. Okay. Putting the knot on the inside. All right. Get that knot down. Get our pipe cleaner in here. Wrapping that down. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and sew it onto the hand on this side. It's probably a little bit hard for you to see because we're doing the yellow on top of the yellow, and I apologize. But I'm glad you're here for it anyway. All right. Moving down to the edge of the hand and sewing the arm together on the bottom. My thread's getting a little bit short, but I think we can make it to the end, so I'm not worried. All right. All right, coming to the end. Oops. And we don't have to worry about it being too pretty because all this will be hidden inside of our project. So now we have our 2 arms, which will be able to be positioned. Hi, everybody. Kind of cool. I like it. All right. So let's see. I'm going to just thin out this one finger a little bit. Just making little adjustments as I see fit. Coming in here, cutting that finger just a little bit. There we go. All right. We have the legs now, which I think we're going to give the same treatment. So I'm just going to take this pipe cleaner, bend it in half, and then I just twist this until it breaks. And we're going to fold in half. I think that'll be long enough for his legs, probably. The arms won't be so long. We'll probably push some of that into the body. All right. So we'll do it like that. We're coming up on the break. So I may end up just taking a moment to refresh my coffee and stand up, but not for like another 10 minutes. So let's see here. I have these, and I have the shoes, which of course, now that we're doing the shoes on the feet, like that, I am going to need to make them double-sided. So let me go ahead and cut out a second pair of shoes so we can sew it on either side of our leg. There's that one. And oops, am I cutting it out of the screen? And then here is this one. Silly old shoes, right? We'll get these little skinny legs out of here. Lots of little bits started here. Okay, so we're on the home stretch. Don't think I have forgotten about our little spongy bits. We have some other yellow that we could kind of let that be maybe some dots on his head. Let's see. If I cut out a couple of circles here and there, I'm just going to place them on him so we can kind of see what it might look like. Little spongy bits. We'll have to do some in different sizes. Some big, some small, maybe a group of them. I kind of like it. What do you think? And then we have to think about what we would sew them on with. Should it be probably yellow? But like, I don't know. It definitely makes him look more spongy. You could even do a couple on the back piece. It might show up a little bit better on the back just because we don't have so much detail work of the face on the back. Oops, sorry, I'm cutting off the screen here. Oop. Oh, I'm losing my spots here. And of course, we could also come in with this darker yellow with some Frenchies. Let's see here. French knot would definitely sell it. Well, that's a good color for the darker yellow. What say you? Do you like the SpongeBob sponge dots? SpongeBob sponge dots. I know. I'll stop. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Okay, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to leave you with this for a moment. Let me just put the question out there and see if anyone's out there will answer. Shall we put sponge dots on our SpongeBob? Okay, I'm gonna step away for a moment. I'm gonna get a drink of water, refill my coffee, and I'll be right back, okay? And I'm gonna leave you with this guy. Be right back. Hello, hello, I am back. Excellent. Let's do the dots then. We'll do the dots next. And then we'll do the legs. I'll do the dots now so I don't forget. And then we do have to find a little bit of yellow to be the sides. Maybe these will work for the top and the bottom. But we will need some pieces for the sides to also make him a little bit more SpongeBob square. All right. Let's get these little dots on. Get our little feet out of the way with those. All right. Let's see. I think we're just gonna. Oops. Wow, look at that. Yeah, the thread barely shows up, which is kind of nice for our dots. And we'll just make little stitches all around the edge. Okay. There's that little dot. Maybe we'll put this one closer to the edge. He's coming along so nicely. Tie that off on the back, and then I'll move over to the other one. I'm kind of looking at the picture that I brought up on screen for SpongeBob, just kind of seeing where his little dots are, and I think I got them pretty much in the right spot, at least for the front. And really, we don't have to put a lot. We just put a few, and the mind fills in the rest. It's just a little piece of detail that adds so much. Okay. Going underneath the stitch. Going through the loop. Going underneath the stitch. Going through the loop. Alright, there's that guy. Now, let's do these onto the back. Oops. My tail is short. Gotta be careful. Loving this little guy. All right, moving down to the next guy. Might have enough thread to do all of them, we'll see. The smaller one will only need about 3 stitches. I think we'll need about 4 or 5 for this guy. Getting my tail untrapped. So I have a little bit more thread. All right, looking good. Tie off on the back. All right. Now, let's get these legs made. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. 2 colors of yellow here, one lighter than the other. So I'm going to use the lighter yellow to do the legs. He's looking super cute, I think. What do you think? Do you like him? Do you like our SpongeBob SquarePants? All right. So I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and trap this pipe cleaner inside of here. Bring that to the end a little bit. And then we'll put the shoe on the bottom. And when we put the shoe on the bottom, we'll probably stuff the shoe because we have it double-sided. And this would be our legs. All right, so we're doing the whip stitch down the leg. And this will be the back of the leg. We'll always be putting the stitches either facing down or on the back side. At least I think that's how we're going to do it. We'll see when we assemble it. Might change just when we're putting it together, and if it doesn't work out the way I thought it would, we just change it. That's the best thing about, creating your own pieces. It's a double-edged sword. You have to make all the decisions, but then you get to make all the decisions too. So it's kind of nice. All right. So we're going to sew all the way to the end. And then this is where the shoe will be attached. Why don't we just do one full leg and you'll see what I mean. Trying to stab myself again with my needle. All right, put that one aside for a moment. And then let's get our shoe. I'm gonna make the back just a little bit straighter. So the bottom, let's see, how do we want to do this? Oops. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew around the edge here and all the way around there, and then we're gonna slide the foot in, and then we're going to sew it on. So let me get some black thread. Okay. I'm hoping that I can accomplish finishing this today in the next hour. Yeah, for 55 minutes. Okay, was it this one I was gonna do or this one? There we go. Okay, so first sliding my needle in. This is gonna be the back side, the heel of his foot. And I'm not making these stitches very deep. I'm coming in very close to the edge to make sure that we have plenty of room for the stuffing. And then this will be the bottom of the foot, which is flat. We're gonna slide our leg into this shoe, and then we're gonna stuff the shoe a little bit, or maybe stuff it and then put the leg in. Whichever works best. And then we'll have his little cartoony shoe. I'm wondering, does he wear socks? So many details. This is also like, I would say that this project was maybe started back in 2022. And this is one of the reasons why I say, you know, cut out all of your pieces, make sure you have all of your pieces, because, you know, 4 years have passed since this was originally thought out. And as we saw with the white, I'm not finding a white fabric that'll match. So if we came in with a side piece, it would be hard to match the side of his shirt. So little things like that, you always want to make sure that you are kind of thinking ahead a little bit. Okay, so I just want to open up this foot a little bit so I can get some stuffing in there. Stuffing. Not much. I won't need a lot of stuffing. It's a little shoe, so it's kind of hard to get that stuffing in there. Let me just, there we go. Pencils make great little stuffers. They also, it's the eraser on the bottom that kind of catches the felt fabric or the fluff and kind of helps push it into place. Okay. Now, I said we were going to put the seam on the back. So let me just see if I can do that. I would like to do that. Let me just slide the shoe in there. And then I'm going to turn it around. I think I like that. Let me see if I can just help push that down in there. Okay. So now the seam is on the back of the leg. So it'll be like that. Very cool. So now, as I said before, we're going to take our thread and we're going to continue the whip stitch, but we're just putting it into the leg and then putting it into the foot. So we are connecting the shoe and the leg together very, very well. Okay. Thank you. I think SpongeBob is looking pretty good too. All right. So tying it off, and then I'm just going to push my needle in one spot, pull it out another spot, and cut the thread there. You never want to cut the thread right next to the knot. Voila. One leg down. All right. Let's get a little bit more yellow thread and sew the other leg together. So originally, I was going to make him more three-dimensional by putting pieces on the side, but as I'm finding out, I don't have the same brown and I don't have the same white to finish the side. So he will be a flat SpongeBob, but he has so much more detail on him now, which makes him look pretty awesome. And he's got pipe cleaners in his legs and arms, so he will be posable. All right, this is my other leg. I'm fitting that in there like so. I see there's a little nick in here. When we get down to that, I'll just sew that closed. All right. Let's make sure the thread is where we want it. And we sew closed. Oops. Getting to that little nick, I'm just going to give a couple stitches right there, and then continue sewing. Excellent. And the seam will be on the back anyway, so we don't have to worry about that too much. All right. And let's come in with some more black thread. Very good. And our other feet. So we will go ahead and start on the heel part. I know it's difficult to see my stitches right now because I am stitching in the same color that I'm sewing the fabric. But this special little guy needs his threads to match. Unlike our awesome lizard that we made, Larry the lizard, it has been deemed that the lizard's name is now Larry. If you find this content at all enjoyable, please do remember that you can subscribe to support me. Also, giving me a thumbs up is always appreciated. It helps the algorithms find me. And also commenting. Did you like the SpongeBob? Do you not like SpongeBob? Would you like to see me make something different? All of those comments are welcome. All right. I think we're ready. Put a little bit of stuffing in this foot. Let me wiggle that foot open. Grab a very small piece of fluff and stick it in front of the hole, and I'm going to use this pencil. I'm going to try to use this pencil to wiggle it into the hole. There we go. And if you happen to miss my live streams, just remember, all these live streams go into my playlist under live, so you can watch them as a video later on, if you're just tuning in now. Okay, again, putting the seam on the back side of our leg as I wiggle our foot into place. And now that it is in place, let's go ahead and continue with our whip stitch. But we are going to be going through the leg and then through the shoe. I don't know if the whip stitch is still called the whip stitch when you're using it to attach things like this. The whip stitch usually is in reference to whipping it around the edge. So technically we're not, but it definitely is the whip stitch. Okay. Now we're just going to tie off. Second knot, and I'm going to push my needle, work inside, and pull it out someplace else. All right. Well, looky here. We got our little SpongeBob. We have his legs. We have his arms. I think his arms will be a little bit shorter. Now I kind of wish we did our seams on the back side of our arms, but we didn't, but that's okay. And then his arms are up here with the thumbs up. The thumb in the up position. There we go. There's our guy. He's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's just get rid of some of our extra pieces around here. And we can start thinking about putting him together. And then we'll stuff him, and he'll be amazing. All right, just straightening it up a little bit here, getting ready for the next phase of our awesome SpongeBob. Now I think we did a great job making this guy a little bit better, which is what I'm always looking to do. Make things better through art. Just gonna take a moment, sip my coffee, because once we sew the back on to the front, that's it for this project. I'm quite happy with it. He's absolutely adorable. I'm loving the little extra details we put on him. So sweet. Now I'm just gonna look at a picture just to make sure where we put his legs are the right spot. Like, are they gonna be like all the way out here, or are they closer together in the middle? I kind of like that, with them close together in the middle. What say you, chat? It's pretty hilarious. Okay. Let me see about the legs. So it looks like the legs are kind of about here. A little bit in, but not too in. I kind of really like them really close together though. To me, that looks hilarious. But maybe not everyone will find it as hilarious as I do. I don't know. Okay, so, and then the arms will have to be about here. Let's see, his arms are quite long. I think he'll be okay. Just like that. So how long is that? I just want to make sure that I'm making the arms the same length. I think that would drive me crazy if they weren't, right? So let's see, arms up. I'm gonna just pin this in place here. Oh, excuse me. Achoo! Oh. Yeah, excuse me. Okay. That guy there. This guy here. We are putting the arms up in the spongy part because that's where they are in the drawing. And then the legs, I think I will keep them kind of close together and in the middle, like so. Not as close as it was before, because that was a little too funny. Let's make sure that our legs are the same length. I'm kind of looking in the screen. That looks about right. All right, and there we go, our little sponge dude. Okay, so we're gonna flip this onto this side. We're gonna lay our SpongeBob down. We're gonna match the corners and pin them in place. Okay. And here we go. We're gonna put our SpongeBob together. Coming out a little bit. And we're gonna use our lighter color, yellow. Definitely for on top here, and then we'll move to white and brown. And then we'll be done. Oh my goodness. This one was a long time coming. And I'm kind of glad that we're kind of finishing up with this guy. I'm not sure if I'll be able to continue this series next week. I have spring camp coming up and it takes a lot for me to set it up. So I may end up wrapping it up with today's live stream. But don't worry, if you have just found me, I have plenty of videos for you to watch on my channel, and I will be back once I am done with the spring camp. Here I am, I'm doing the same whip stitch like I did for the legs or the feet, going through the body and then through the arm, making sure to get some really good stitches in here. But yeah, I think that I am going to have to just take a couple of weeks off to set up camp, run my camp, and then I'll be back the second week of April. And when I come back in the second week of April, we are going to be working on some of my own designs, which I'm excited to do with you. But I'm hoping that in the meantime, you will find my channel. I'm going to probably try to do some shorts to kind of get me into people's consciousness with lots of little shorts of the projects that we've done today, and maybe past projects, just to let people know that my channel exists. And of course, if you share my content, that will also help me get out to new people. But yeah, this has been amazing. I have enjoyed this series so much. Like I said at the beginning of the series, I could not throw out these projects. These are such great little projects, and I'm really happy to have finished them and to bring you along with me. And now that we've come to the end, there's just a couple of things left in the bin, but nothing substantial that I could finish and create the project out of. But when I come back in April, we are going to come back really strong. I have a couple of ideas that I want to make. I think I shared one of them with you, and I'm gonna keep being in touch, and if I can find the time, maybe I'll come back sooner to do the live streams. But in the meantime, I'm going to be putting out some questions to my community. Were these days and these times good for you? Or should I do different times and different days? This time and these days worked for me, so that's kind of why I chose them. Because Tuesdays and Thursdays are my not so busy days. But I do want to make a connection with my audience, so let me know in the comments. Does this day work for you and these times work for you, or what would work better for you? And I will take it into consideration when I come back in April. But for the most part, this has been amazing. I have really enjoyed these projects. I've enjoyed sharing them with you. I hope that, this was a healing experience for you as it was for me. Oops, my little thread did not go through. Yeah, it's a little bittersweet because I know that my time is going to be very full for the next couple of weeks, and I really have been enjoying this, so I will miss it. And I'm hoping while I am on my mini hiatus from my 10 episode series, that I will find new watchers, new people to come and watch my stuff. Oh, and that would be my alarm. Okay, I am going to tie off here, and my thread is barely long enough. And then pushing my thread. Oops. Pushing my thread back into the project. Oop, it came off the needle. You will cooperate. into the project, the thread will go. Will you stay on the needle this time? Yes, you will. Okay, good. All right. What happened to that needle? There it is. All right, let's do the white shirt, and then we'll come around to the pants. And I guess what I'll do is maybe stuff from this side. So let's do a little bit of the white shirt, and then we'll come in with a brown and do the pants. And then we'll stuff. Very good. Doo-doo-doo. All right, opening it up, pushing all these little threads to the inside. And I'm going to come in here, hiding my knot. And coming in to close this part. Loop, going through the loop, and then I'm going to go up through this stitch and cut it. Okay, let's get the brown. I'm wondering, why don't we go ahead and stuff his head first? Let's pull this pin out. We're going to open him up and stuff his little head. I want to get the stuffing up into those corners. Oh my goodness. He's definitely coming to life with stuffing. Get some stuffing up into those corners. How adorable is that? Super cute. Let's see, I want to get his arms actually behind the stuffing. That way they will lay better. Oh my gosh. The stuffing is definitely bringing him to life. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and sew on the pants. All right. The brown's coming off the edge just a little bit, so I'm just gonna cut it a little bit square, sliding my needle onto the inside, and starting my stitch. Hiding the knot on the inside of the project and going through. Let's shorten this thread a little bit. Hello. Shortening the tail will shorten my thread overall, or I should say lengthening the tail will shorten my thread because it's doubling down on itself. All right, let's see if we can pull these pants tight so you don't see the yellow inside. We couldn't really do that with the white shirt because the white was cut smaller than the yellow. But the brown was cut a little bit longer than the yellow, so we are actually able to hide the yellow felt inside, which is good because these are his pants. All right, coming around to the bottom half, we will go ahead and do the legs like we did the arms. When we get there, want to make sure that our legs are positioned just so, like straight, because however we sew this in, that's how it's going to be. So, you know the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once? Well, same goes for this kind of stuff. You really want to make sure everything's lined up perfectly before you put those stitches in, because your stitches are going to hold your piece into that place. And you want to make sure it's exactly where you want it. All right, very good. That's one leg. We can take that pin out. Very sturdy and strong in there. And this leg, I'm just trying to see, do I want to move it in just a little bit? There it is. It's long enough. It's a little bit closer in. Sorry, I find it hilarious. Okay, we're gonna go in between the legs and we want to make sure we get a good amount of stitches in there before moving to the other leg and foot. All right, hold on. I've got lots of hairs in my face today. Right. Coming around, going through the pants, making sure the leg is exactly how we want it, and going through the leg. Now, sometimes when you have pipe cleaner in a limb, your needle will run into that pipe cleaner. You just have to adjust it one way or the other to get past the pipe cleaner. All right. There we go, here we go. Last stitch into the leg. Beautiful. We can take this pin out now. That was holding the leg in place. And now, actually, before we make our hole too small, I want to go ahead and just stuff him with more stuffing. Wow, what a character this guy is. I think someone's going to be really happy with this one. Okay, a little bit more stuffing. A little bit more stuffing in here. I'm going to use my needle to push the fluff out of the way a little bit. So we can go ahead and sew the pants on. Oop. All right. As soon as I come around the corner with these pants, I'm going to sew this bit up, and then I want to make sure that we have stuffing that's coming down into this corner. Let's see here. in there. Making sure this is all buttoned up. Very good. Okay, pushing my brown thread into the project, out someplace else. Very good. And then let's just get a little bit more stuffing in that bottom corner here. Feeling it throughout. Feels good. Maybe just a little bit more like right here in the middle. All right. We're coming to the end here, people. Okay. Let's see. We have enough white thread on this needle to finish him up. Coming down into the yellow. I'm going to push my knot in there. There's the hand in the way here. And then I'm just going to finish him up. Making sure not to lock in our tail. Making a knot underneath here, going through it twice, and then pushing our needle into the project, out someplace else, and cut it. Oh my gosh. Look at him. Say hi, Mr. SpongeBob. Well, and there we go. Here's our SpongeBob. What a cute little fella. With his little noodly arms. Very noodly. He doesn't even have elbows. Like everything is just rounded. Just like that. Like that. Hello. And then maybe he can have this other arm just down. It's like a regular dude. Regular dude, nothing strange to see here. So there you go. Ah, my goodness. Shall we review all the pieces that we've worked on so far? I think that would be fun. Let's see if I can remember all the pieces that we did, but in reverse. Let's pull out a little bit so we can see more table. Okay, so we had this guy and this fella and this one. We made this. And I'm trying to do reverse of all the things we made. I don't know if I'll remember everything. I know that we did this guy and this guy and this one. Did we do this one together? I forget, because some of these I did do before we started doing them together. But we've done a lot. We've done so many. So just think, all of these projects would have been basically left behind, possibly even in the trash. I mean, I wouldn't do that. But these projects were left behind. Oops. These projects were left behind, and no one was going to finish them unless I pulled them out of the box and finished them. My camera's doing something weird. Oh yeah, and this donut. Okay, please stop. Please stop. I don't want AI to zoom in, thank you. What else? Yeah, so we have all these great little things that we worked on together. Is that it? Oh yeah, remember this one too? That one. This little heart guy. Oh, go. This guy up here. And then there's a few pieces in here. I don't know, did we do this one together too? I forget. There were so many. So this is it. This is what we've been working on for the 10 streams that I've done. We have completed all of these. Come and check out my Etsy store. I'll probably get it set up this weekend because it is time. And I have a lot of other things going on in this moment, so I'm going to be a little bit too busy to be doing my awesome streams, which, again, I've been enjoying very much. I'm coming in on these two because they're awesome. And pull out a little bit. There we go. I think these two are my favorites so far. Of course, you know, my favorites are always the latest one I've worked on. Oh, is it dropping out a bit? Okay. Well, we are coming to the end of the stream. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. I will be ending just a little bit early for today. We already finished our awesome little project here. I hope you enjoyed this series. I did. The Completionist series here on greenARTS channel. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And I hope that you like my stuff, that you share it, help YouTube spread my crafts to new people. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. I'm Maya. This is greenARTS. And we will see you the next time around. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you subscribe, share, like, comment, all of the above. And yep, this will be the end of my series for right now. And I will be picking it up again early April. You will see my posts in the community posts about it. And hopefully I'll be getting all of these cool little projects up on my Etsy page over the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Maya. This is greenARTS. And I'll see you next time. Bye. And a clean getaway.